All right, Shalom. First off, I want to start off by saying all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, man. Um, that's the Lord's name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, and his son's name, who the world calls Jesus Christ, is Yahweh Shai. That's his true and proper name. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Truly, man. And peace and mercy to the hopeful elect, all the brothers out there preaching this word in truth and sincerity. Man, the water, man. For real, the water, man. Uh, I gotta give you brothers double honors, man. I gotta give you brothers honors, and I gotta give the apostles double honors, man, because this lesson is gonna really expound why you gotta reverence the brothers, man. Because the life of a prophet is tough, man. I don't want to ramble on. I want to just get into the lesson, man. Uh, I'm entitled this one, uh, "The True Walk and Look of a Prophet," man. Because the world tries to say a prophet is one thing, but the scriptures really tell you what prophets were doing, what they were going through, man. I got some precepts, man. Lord willingness to edify, Lord willingness to let brothers know really what they're getting into, and you still want to do this after you hear what it's about, man. Power to you, man. Power to you. May the Lord bless you, man. It's a serious service. This is a serious thing we're doing, man. We all gotta walk worthy of this calling, man. Um, Without anything else to say, man, let's get to these precepts, man. The first one is gonna be First Kings, uh, First Kings, chapter 22. Slakia. First Kings 22 and 5, man. Because really, the world, these Negroes in this world, man, these people in the world never looked at the prophets in a positive eye, man. There's only a small group of people who actually looked at the prophets as really what they are, man. Prophets, man. Things to be cherished. Uh, but this is First Kings 22, and I'm gonna start at 5. It says, and and Jehoshaphat said unto the king of Israel, "Inquire, I pray thee, at the word of Yahweh today." Then the king of Israel gathered the prophets together, about 400 men, and said unto them, shall I go against Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall I forbear? And they said, Go. And they said, Go up, for Yahweh shall deliver it into the hand of the king. So Jehoshaphat, uh, Jehoshaphat was one of those few kings, man, that really cared what the Lord was saying. But there were wicked men during this time that wanted to say smooth words, man. It says verse 7. And Jehoshaphat said, Is there not here a prophet of Yahweh besides, that we might inquire him? And he's talking to the king of Israel. Let's see what the king of Israel said. And it said, verse 8, And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, There is yet one man, Micaiah, the son of Imlah, by whom we may inquire of Yahweh, but I hate him, for he doth not prophesy good concerning me, but evil. And Jehoshaphat said, Let not the king say so. So, the king of Israel and that wicked nigga in the world, he hated the prophet of the Lord, man. See, it's a misconception today. If you're a man of the Lord, that you're going to be loved by all, man. That's these pastors in these churches, man. The scriptures say, "Woe unto thee if all men have speak good of you." See, really, man, the word causes contention, man. You're not going to be hated. If you're hated because you're a fucking just a piece of shit, man, that's different. But if you're hated because you're telling the true words of the scriptures, the true warning of the Most High, the true things that the Most High speaks about, you're gonna be hated in this world. So I'm gonna get to my next precept. I'm gonna go to the book of John 15. Because we're gonna go into this, man. Really, how the world looked at the prophets. This is a walk of a prophet, man. 1 John 15:18, it says, if the world hates you, ye know that it hated me before you. This is Yahweh Shai speaking, man. Who the world calls Jesus Christ. This is him speaking. If the world hates you, know that it hated Yahweh Shai first. And why did it hate the Lord, man? Because the Lord was against the world, man. He wasn't about this shit, man. He said, I'm about my Father's business. And his Father's business cuts. It says, verse 17. If you are of the world would love its own. But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hate you. So if you come out of this world, the world's going to hate you, man. It's going to look at you like that nigga that walked away. It's going to look at you like that bitch that stepped out, man. That's a prophet's life, man. To be hated, to be despised, man. Verse 20, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. The servant is not greater than his Lord. If they persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my sayings, they will also keep yours. So this is what it is, man. This is a walk of a prophet, man. You know, it's not an easy walk, man, but, you know, somebody's got to do it. And somebody really does have to do this walk, man. And, you know, Lord willing, I keep pushing to the end, man. You got to pray to the Lord that he doesn't take that Holy Spirit from you, man. Creates in you a upright spirit. Like the scriptures say, man. I'm going to get my next precept. This is Amos 5:10. And this is really why the world hated the prophets in Yahweh Shai, man. Amos 5:10, it says, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. So when the Lord was on the scene, man, he was rebuking in the gate. He was speaking uprightly, man. He was cutting the so-called Pharisees to the heart, man. He was cutting them. He was cutting the Pharisees to the heart, man. To where they wanted to kill him, man. Many times they wanted to kill him. And the prophets as well, man. I'll give my next precept. This 2 Corinthians 11 and 25. I'm gonna start at verse. I'm gonna start at verse 23. It says, 2 Corinthians 11:23, and it says, "Are they ministers of Yahweh Shai? I speak as a fool. I am more, and labors more abundant, and stripes above measure." That's what the labors of Yahweh Shai are, man. The men of the Lord. And Paul was saying, in stripes more abundant. It says, in labors more abundant, and in stripes above measure, in prisons more frequent, and deaths oft. So Paul was catching some hell, man. That's the walk of a prophet, man. It says, of the Jews 5 times I've received 40 stripes, save one. Thrice was I beaten with rods. Once was I stoned. Thrice I suffered shipwreck. A night and a day I have been in the deep. In journeyings often, in perils of water, in perils of robbers, in perils by my own countrymen, in perils by the heathen, in perils in the city, in perils in the wilderness, in perils in the sea, in perils among false brethren, in weariness and painfulness, in watchings often, in hunger and in thirst, in fasting often, in cold and darkness. So this is the true life of a prophet, man. It's heavy, man. It's heavy. This walk is heavy, man. You know, and but the scriptures say, man, the Lord's not going to put more on you than you could bear. And the scriptures also say we have a faithful mediator between us and the Most High, man, which is Yahweh Shai. So if anything gets too rough, man, you can pray to the Lord through Yahweh Shai, man. And you got to believe that the Lord will give you your petitions, and He'll hook it up, man. He'll get you out of all that hell, man. Got another precept. This is Luke. Luke 9. And 28. It says, and it came to pass, Luke 9 and 58, Salakia. It says, and Yahushua said unto him, you know, because it's also a misconception that everybody, anybody that's a man of the Lord is gonna, you know, have the best of the best on this side, man, and that's a fabrication, man. You know, godliness is not equated to abundance, man. That's that prosperity doctrine. That's what they preach, because they believe how they want things to be is more important than how the Lord set it up to be, man. They really believe that, man. And really, that's not what it is, man. The Lord, He would have been called a bum today, man. The Lord really would have been called a bum today. Just like they call, you know, the men in Great Millstone bums. The Lord would have been called a bum today. This is Luke 5 and 58. Yahushua said unto him, foxes have holes, and birds of the air have nets, but the Son of Man had not where to lay his head, man. So you know, a man of the Lord, you know, the top man of them all, man, Yahushua. And we read a precept earlier about the Lord saying, a servant is not above his master, man. So if you're serving the Lord, man, you're not gonna have everything. You're not gonna have everything in the world, man. You're gonna have enough, you know, to get by. That's really what it is. You're gonna have enough to sustain yourself and to get by. The Lord didn't have everything when He was on the scene, but He had sufficient to get by, man. And a man of the Lord, he's not gonna have everything, man. It's Proverbs 15, man. Because it's not a bad thing, you know, to have the bare necessities, man. Because that's the Lord hooking you up either way, man. It's Proverbs 15 and 16. It says, better is a little with the fear of Yahweh than great treasures and trouble therewith, man. So better is a little and you have the fear of the Lord than having everything in the world and troubles therewith. That's why you got these niggas in Hollywood sitting there selling their damn souls out, getting popped by so many people talking about they were raped as a child in Hollywood, man. They got all those riches, man, but they have trouble with those riches, man. See, with the Lord, there's simplicity with the Lord, man. You do His will, man. The Lord takes care of you. Better is a little with the fear of the Lord, man. It's better to have the fear of the Lord and have just what you need than to have abundance, no fear of the Lord, and a bunch of trouble, man. This is Matthew's 11 and 8. It says, verse 7. It says, and as they departed, Yahushua began to say unto the multitudes concerning John, what went ye out into the wilderness to see? A reed shaken with the wind? But what went ye out to see? A man clothed and soft raiment, behold, they that wear soft clothing are in the king's house, are in king's houses. But what went ye out to see? A prophet? Yeah, I say unto you, and more than a prophet. For it is he of whom it is written, Behold, I send my messenger before thy face, which shall prepare thy way before thee. Verily I say unto you, among them that are born of women, there had not risen a greater than John the Baptist, notwithstanding he that is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he. See, what went you out to see? A man in soft raiment? No, he didn't have the flashy shit on, man. A prophet's not gonna have the flashy shit, man. Brothers got some decent clothes, man. Brothers got some decent shoes, man. But the Lord's not giving us the best of the best on this side, man. It said, woe to them that are rich in this world, for they receive their consolation. A true prophet of the Lord, he's catching hell. True prophet of the Lord, he doesn't have everything. But he has the spirit, man. That's above all things, man. This is a real walk of a prophet, man. So the brothers doing this walk, man, keep doing it, man. The things you do, man, that gives brothers, seeing brothers do it and hearing their testimonies of the things they've gone through and how they're still here doing the things that they're doing, man, for the Lord. That's inspiring, man. Brothers keep doing what they're doing, man. I want to give double honors I want to say, Kal Halal Yahweh Shemini Ashai, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the hopeful elect. This is the walk for true prophet, man. Walk ye in it, man. Shalom.